There is no question in my mind that I have the best patience of any podiatrist out there. This lady has been a long-time patient, as was her husband, and you can see from her nails, which are like 6 inches long, that she hasn't been in probably a year. So she's very sweet. She's been through a rough year, and I just want to make her feel better. All right, so we'll go ahead and take care of everything now. If you can focus on her big toe for a second, on this foot. So people are often asking, what does it look like after it all heals, after you remove a toenail? And this is what it ultimately looks like. And the skin just gets all tough where that nail used to be, and it's not painful or sensitive. All right, so we'll start on the baby toe.
And I gotta warn you, I'm a real chicken, and it hurts, and I'm gonna be. You can block the sound. I might say something.
You know what? And that's fine. You wouldn't be the first to swear at me.
I promise I won't swear. I'll just just cry.
Yeah, you know, and if you need me to take a breather, you just tell me stop for a minute, okay?
I will.
Okay.
I don't do well with this.
Okay.
I just don't do well with it.
So tell me what you've been up to all winter.
Huh. I'm quarantined most of the time.
Yeah? Pick up any new hobbies or?
Are you kidding? What I've been doing. No, I'm done with it now, but it took me most of the winter. Going through what Bill left in his estate. Now, you know, going through his paperwork, and you know, when you can't see, it takes longer.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, there was so much of it.
Yeah.
So much. He saved everything.
So you were looking at power bills from 2007?
Oh, yes. You're kidding. No. How did you guess?
I think I have a box of those in my basement.
But the trouble is,
Just kidding. Yeah.
you have to look. I gotta look at before I could shred it. I had to see what it was.
Right.
I had to look at every one, and it just took forever. See, Bill and I had divided up. I took care of all the healthcare stuff, and so that was in order. I took care of some of the household bills, but he took care of the lake, and the lake is an LLC.
The lake, a home you have on the lake?
We have a whole family estate.
Oh, okay.
It's in an LLC, and part of it's in private ownership, individual ownership, and part of it is in joint. And it's not that it's a mess, it's just that it's complicated.
Right.
And I know the summer before Bill died, I had said, you know, Bill, we should go through so I know what's going on. You know, if I have to take this over, I don't know anything. And I didn't. And my brother-in-law, who owns the other half of the common property, he'd been very nice. But I swear there was a while that I was calling him 2 times a day and saying, Tom, I'm so sorry, but I don't know what is going on. What is this? I never heard of this thing or this company.
Yeah.
And they're sending me bills. And then they had so much trouble because, of course, Bill's name was on everything. And I was sending death certificates all over the planet and telling him to take his name off and send stuff to me.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I had so much trouble. In fact, I was still dealing with it last week. And he's dead 9 months. I was still dealing with it last week, telling of all people, the Lake Phone Company, he is gone. You got to send this to me. Put it in my name, please. And they said, well, what date of birth should we put? I said, well, mine, not his. It was kept trying to take his name off joint credit cards, and today they called me still to say I got to send them a whole bunch of information, and I said, well, what harm does it do to just have his name there? He won't be using it.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I've been spending an awful lot of time just settling up stuff like that.
And that takes a lot of time and a lot of focus.
And you know, emotional energy that you just don't have after you've lost somebody.
Right. Well, that's why you get a lawyer, an accountant who can do it for you.
Well, I did. I have a lawyer and accountant who did quite a lot of it. I did some of it. I just had to do. Ouch.
Sorry.
That one's bad.
That was the first ouch of the whole day.
Well, it's because I was not saying anything.
Oh, I thought I was distracting you.
Well, you are, but it still hurts. But it's taken me a long time to do that. And then, you know, I have been able to get out of there and spend time up at the lake. My daughter and son-in-law and grandchildren go up, and I leave and go up there, but then I have to be quarantined for 14 days and see nobody. Not a single soul for 24 hours a day. Nobody.
Well, can't you yell to your neighbors from the shoreline?
No.
Nobody to wave at, or?
No. I'm in a senior retirement center.
I mean, up at the lake.
Oh, at the lake. Oh, there I see people all the time.
Oh, when you come home, you mean?
When I come home, I'm
Okay.
quarantined then. And I find it terrible. But I'm moving next week.
Where are you moving to?
I bought myself a condominium just a couple blocks from where I am now, right near where my daughters live, and I just bought myself a nice condominium, and I can see them whenever I want.
Were you in the senior living because of Bill?
No, I was in the, well, I'll tell you what, I wasn't. After he died, I was still in a wheelchair with my broken leg.
Okay.
And my kids just didn't want me living alone in the house that we shared. It would have been fine, I think. But I know it would have been fine, because I knew that place like the back of my hand. But they didn't like the idea of me being there all by myself when I was in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we decided that what I should do was sell the house and move to a senior apartment.
Okay.
Where I could get some help. Well, so I found one place that had a vacancy. Most of them didn't. I found that, and so I moved in January. When I look
So I
back,
must have seen you after January.
yeah, that's just, yeah, it was after January, I'm sure.
Okay. And now, this is gonna, remember, you're gonna feel the vibration, but it shouldn't hurt. If it hurts, you just tell me to hang on for a
Yeah,
minute,
you're
okay?
gonna thin them out, aren't you?
Yep.
That's what you're gonna do? Okay.
Yep.
Last time that wasn't too bad. Not good, but it's not too bad. But the trouble with that place, see, I'm in independent living, I don't get any help, I do the living myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not at all doesn't accommodate blind people, not at all. If I needed my pills doled out, or if I needed help getting dressed, or that kind of stuff, the CNAs do all that.
Then you'd have to go into the assisted
Then
living.
yeah, but I don't need that, see.
Right.
And the kind of help I need is, getting around the building if they ever allow me to go.
Yeah. Doing okay?
So far,
Okay.
I'm just kind of taking deep breaths.
Okay. Is that painful? Okay, I'll go a little lighter here.
That wasn't good.
Huh?
That wasn't good.
Okay.
That hurt.
I'll come back to it and I'll go a little lighter.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop that. And I'm just gonna come back with,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just come back with a little emery board here and try and smooth them out a little bit just with this. That shouldn't hurt, right?
That's a lot better.
Okay. Yeah, but that wasn't gonna thin them out like they needed.
No. I wish they were gone.
Well, we can arrange that if you'd like.
I know, but wait and see after I move, because I know they have to be soaked for 6 weeks, morning and night for 20 minutes.
Well, no, for the first week only is twice a week, or twice a day. And then after the first week, you just soak them once a day. But yeah, for you, it is gonna be for about 6 weeks.
I have to get myself moved and then I'll see.
Yeah, that's, you know what, there's no rush, and if we get you back on a regular schedule,
Yes.
they're not gonna be this thick and painful anymore.
How often should I come in?
I'm gonna say let's get you back in here in 2 months.
2 months, okay, I should be able to manage, let's see, November then, early November.
Yeah.
I should be able to manage that.
Now, I'm gonna just wipe everything down here and then we'll get the calluses on the bottom.
Yeah, there's that one that isn't as bad as it used to be, but it's still bad.
Okay.
I take a pumice stone to it a lot, a couple times a week, but I still can't keep it under control.
Yeah.
The trouble with the place that I'm at, it's really well run, it's good, they haven't had a single coronavirus case yet, although in the staff they have had just one, but the residents they haven't. But people are leaving these places in droves,
Mhm.
you probably know. When I came there in January, I got the last apartment that they had, and now there are 30 vacancies. So anybody who can leave is going. And I feel kind of bad for the director, because she really tries hard and she does a good job, but you just don't want to leave.
All right, well, this foot looks good, so it's really just
That
this
one.
one right there.
That one, that's the one that always has trouble.
All right.
And now with this leg thing not quite rehab yet, that's the other thing. The rehab, the physical therapy on the leg was interrupted, of course, because I couldn't go. And now
Oh, because of COVID.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to see Dr. Tyner tomorrow and ask if there's any way I can resume physical therapy, and if there's any good that it'll do at this point. I got to find out.
Oh, I would think it could still do some good.
I think it could too.
You fractured your femur, right?
Oh, yes, I just crushed it. But the last time I was in to have it x-rayed, it has totally healed. It's totally healed and it's straight.
Good.
It's just that the muscle is still weak.
Right. So I definitely think that physical therapy. Yeah, talk to him about it, and I bet that he would.
I think he'll go along with it.
Yeah.
He tends to give me whatever I want.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine you ask for anything unreasonable.
He's wonderful. I just love the man.
Yeah.
Always good.
All right. So let's get some lotion on,
Yeah, that's nice.
and then we'll get you scheduled to come back. Actually, I'm gonna put a little pad on that foot.
Be careful what kind of adhesive it has, though, because I have trouble with adhesive.
Okay, then we're not gonna do it. I'm sure it's got just plain old adhesive.
I'm allergic to adhesive, and that gives them fits. I had to have a minor surgery to free up a nerve in this elbow 6 weeks ago, and I said, guys, the biggest problem is going to be the adhesive. Now be careful.
Well, now last time you were in, I had to sew up a laceration on
Yes,
that
you did.
finger.
Uh-huh.
And how did that go? Everything looks okay?
Perfect.
Great. Okay, so one last thing that I want to do is I'm going to make sure that on that left shoe that we have a pad under that spot.
Oh, okay. If you put it in the shoe, that'll be fine.
Yeah. And I think that'll help that callus not come back so quickly.
That'd be fine if you can find a way to put. I thought of that myself, but I didn't know how to position it.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe
So,
a pad in
yeah,
my
just go
shoe.
wide, yeah. Okay. So generally, if it's a shoe that you've been wearing for a while, I can just feel right here where the depression is
Oh, okay.
on that spot.
Okay.
And so that's where we're gonna put that U-pad,
Okay.
is right on the bottom of the liner.
Okay.
And that will take the pressure off that spot right there.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, so that's like having the pad on your skin without having to have the pad on your skin.
That makes a lot of sense. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Have you taken any interesting trips? I suppose not, huh?
I was actually, right now, I was supposed to be in Vietnam
Oh,
doing
my.
a photography trip
Oh, my. Well,
with a small group from
not-
here,
not
but
doing that for a while,
no, that got canceled.
of course. All the other wonderful stuff that you can't do anymore.
All right, well, thank you for letting us do the video,
Oh, you're welcome.
and we'll see you back in 2 months,
And
okay?
So I should call when I get
No,
home?
on your way out, you should make your next
I should
appointment.
make it, well, I think I